All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Assassination Classroom, Season 2, Episode 14.
There's a storm coming,
Yeah.
Korosensei. I don't know who it will be with. I don't know who will be fighting. But it's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's going to be something.
Well, the principal's been defeated.
He has been... He has been outed.
He has been taught.
He has been taught. He might have learned his lesson.
Exactly.
Potentially. We got to see a lot of his backstory, which is rather fascinating.
Yeah, it was a bit intense. Just a little bit.
Yeah, and now maybe things will be better for, his son.
Maybe.
Just in general. We had that little goofy performance.
That was a thing.
from last episode.
I don't really know what to call it other than that.
It was a performance.
It was a performance, yes.
Yes. Korosensei was the star.
That's right. He was.
So that is something that, is
and we can't take that away from him. Yeah.
Exactly. But what will be the lead-in to this coming storm?
Indeed.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into it.
I kind of really hope that this episode is a comedy episode.
Yeah.
Like, I know that we're coming towards the end of the show and everything.
Right.
But, like, I feel like one last episode of comedy would work really well before we get into the really serious stuff.
Secret identity time.
先生も手伝ってあげましょう。
じゃあ頼っちゃおうかな。
はいはいはいはいはいはい。
So fast.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this could be a good assassination opportunity.
なんか魚臭いですね。
文化祭の時ここで燻製作ったか
Oh,
ら。
literally.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I thought he was just detecting the thoughts of assassination.
Right. The killing intent.
他にもいろいろ持ってるから。
Wait, what?
Whoa.
Wait. Wait. Hold on.
Whoa.
Hold on just a second.
What is happening? Holy crap.
最後まで。
Holy crap. Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa. Oh,
All right.
my God.
コロ先生死んで。
So, one too many flat jokes.
Okay. Wow.
All right. Ooh, okay.
Holy
どうで
crap.
しょう？先生の触手の動きのパターン。
Yeah.
特等
Just sitting right there amidst everyone.
予習したから。あと一撃。まずい。
Oh. Yeah. Holy crap.
That was close.
That was really good setup, though.
Yeah.
さっきのは一体。
Well,
So
why
maybe
don't you
we should talk
reintroduce
about
yourself,
this.
Kayano?
Yeah.
茅野楓は本名じゃないの。
Yeah.
All right.
雪村あぐりの妹。そう言ったらわかるでしょ。人殺し。
Oh,
Who is that?
is that the girl from the first episode?
明日またやるよ、コロ先生。場所は直前に連絡。
Okay.
Okay.
触手を合わせて確信したよ。必ずやれる。今の私なら。
Well,
All right.
That's
well,
a development.
Yeah. That's a big deal. Huh.
雪村はぐりの妹だって。俺らの前の担任じゃねえか。
Oh.
どっかで前に茅野を見たことあると思ってたんだ。きつめの表情と下ろした髪で思い出した。マセハルナって覚えてるか？どんな役でも軽々こなした天才子役。休業して結構経つし、髪型も雰囲気も全然違うから気づかなかった。
Whoa. Crazy.
今日物の触手の激痛にも汗一つかかず、1年間笑って過ごしたその精神力、いくつもの名前と顔を使い分け、一切の殺意を悟らせなかった演技力。
Jeez.
殺し屋の素質はあの E 組でダントツだよ。
Well, that is a reveal. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, okay.
お姉ちゃん小さな
Oh, okay.
Oh!
This is
家
it.
に入ってきた光景は
Korosensei! Whoa!
Wow.
Holy crap.
All right.
So she saw this. Jeez.
Well, okay then.
お姉ちゃんお姉ちゃんお姉ちゃんお姉ちゃんだな
Oh, okay, yeah. This is huge, tying it into Korosensei's backstory. Makes her draw from them to take over his homeroom teacher. Oh.
液体の容器触手の種だと後で知ったなぜそれを持ち帰ったかは説明できない試作人体触手兵器人間に後天的に移植するタイプ強大な力を得られる反面メンテナンスを怠れば地獄の苦痛
And she's doing this on her own.
Yeah.
私はそうと決めて
Wow.
一直線だ
Oh.
こんなにいきなりうちの転入試験に合格できた子は初めてだよ。
The mysterious transfer student.
あ
Yeah.
りがとうございます
So, did the hair change after the
昔
tentacles,
演じた
or?
単発ドラマの没役の名前
ところでこの学校って素行不良の生徒を集めたクラスがあるんですよね
Okay. All right.
あの怪物がお姉ちゃんの受け持っていたクラスを乗っ取る理由はわからない
Oh my god.
けど妹の私がすることは一つ復讐の色を悟られぬよう演じきるだけ
髪長いね
ああ、短くしたいけど、いろい
Oh.
ろあって切れなくて。
Yeah, Nagisa.
目立っても目立たなくても警戒されるだから配役を工夫しなきゃ私より目立つ主役を作り私はその脇役に徹する
No way.
Really?
No way.
You're kidding.
Wow.
よろしくね
職種が私に聞いてきたどうなりたいか
Asked you what you wanted to become. What?
私は答えた殺し屋になりたいと
Oh, that's a cool shot.
すべての本心を押し殺し結婚を演じきれる殺し屋にたとえ自分が死んでもいい
Holy
敵さ
crap.
え撃てるのなら
I wonder like how many hints we missed like along the way here.
Yeah, I'm curious about that too.
私の準備が整うまで
Oh, so she acted before
あんたに何が
Shiro
で
was
きるって
ready.
いうの
野良の触手を使い続ける者の末路は
Oh.
余計なお世話だ私一人でやるんだから邪魔しないで
I like this a lot. Oh, okay.
水臭いことを言うなよたった一人の兄さんに
Wait.
Okay, hold on.
So he probably has tentacles then.
僕の近くによくいたのは、僕の殺気の陰に自分の説を隠
Okay.
して
I
いた。
like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
今思えば、巨大プリンもダミーの暗殺だ。こ
Oh.
のクラスで何もしなければ、逆に怪しまれるから。
Gotcha. All right.
Oh.
コロ先生茅野
Yeah.
Want to talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
過去に何が
Oh my god, please,
こん
Korosensei.
だけ長く信
Tell
頼
us.
で気づいてきたからもう先生を疑ったりはしないよ
But we do need an explanation.
話してもらわなきゃ
Okay.
コロ先生の過去のこと
God, everyone's here. Even Karasuma's here.
わかりました先生の
Yes!
過去のすべてを話しま
Come
した
on!
He almost seems sad to have to say it though.
茅野さんは E 組の大事な生徒話すのはクラスみんなが揃って
All right. Okay.
Okay. Yep, yep, yep.
先生の名付け親は私だよママが
Oh.
目してあげる
Wow.
その職種をこれ以上使
Oh
うのは
my
危険すぎ
god,
ます
that's right.
今すぐ抜いて
That's right, she did. Oh my
Hold on.
god.
Yeah. Okay.
すこぶる会長だよ
全部演技だったの。楽しいこと、いろいろしたのも、苦しいこと、みんなで乗り越えたのも。
演技だよこれでも役者でさ
Acting is what I do.
Right.
渚が高岡先生にやられてる時じれったくて参戦してやりたくなった でも耐えてひ弱な女子を演じた。やる前に正体バレたらお姉ちゃんの敵が撃てないからね。
Oh my god.
Right.
雪村先生、
こんな怪物に殺されてさぞ無念だったろうな。
Hey, everyone's together, Korosensei.
Yeah.
大好きだ。
Let's talk.
ほらほら、みんなやればできる。
Oh, yeah.
夢とチャンスが
Second hand through her
溢れ
sister.
たなんだよ。ちょいちょいみんなダサいよね。私こそ
Oh.
そんな雪村先生を殺先生はいきなり殺すかな。俺らの前で一度もやったことないじゃん。
Yeah, he might have killed her, but it totally was an accident or something like that. Yeah.
定学中の俺んちまで
Yeah.
先生だったよ。今茅野ちゃんがやってることが殺し屋として最適解だとは
It's true.
Yeah. This is more to resolve your feelings than an
Right, this is
assassination.
personal.
Yeah.
熱と激痛でコントロールを失い、触手に生命力を吸い取られ。
うるさい。私たちは黙ってて。
Alright. Okay.
どんな弱点も欠点も磨き上げれば武器になる。
ダメだ、それ以上は。
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
God, this music.
最高のコン
Yep.
ディションだよ。
Let's do it.
全身が敏感になってるの。今ならどんな隙でも見逃さない。そうと決めたら一直線だから。
Alright.
Wow.
カヤノ、あれが演技じゃない。カヤノの本心。
どうしよう、殺先生。もう頭が痛くないの。
Oh, her eyes.
Oh no.
Ah.
Okay. Okay.
復讐を遂げようが遂げまいが、
She's gone.
戦いが終わった数分後には。
Ah. Okay, we have to stop her.
こんなことが本当にカヤノがやりたかった暗殺なの。
茅野さん、
死んで死んで死んで死んで死んで。
殺して。助けて。
Alright. That's
Wow. That
well.
was not what I expected at all.
Okay.
Oh my god, okay.
Here we go.
Well, that's a storm indeed.
And that explains why why the principal knew about it. Because I was like, wait, does he know something the government doesn't, or what's going on? Well, yeah. Okay.
She's forged this this false identity before everything with the deal with the government came in for Korosensei, and it's just been sitting in here waiting for a good moment. But she ended up rushing things before Shiro could coordinate with her.
Right.
So this is not something where she wants this to be a perfect assassination. She wants this to be over, or she wants to be saved.
Yeah, because she would have had opportunities.
She had plenty.
She had plenty of opportunities to kill him before.
Yeah.
So,
the actress.
forever flat. I did not see this coming.
I did not see this coming
I
at
did
all.
not expect this.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Like, just thinking about, like, the ways in which they kind of set this up. Because it's really tough to have something where the whole twist is that this person had a secret identity and have there be legitimate, you know, hints that we should be able to see. Because
at least in
if
hindsight,
they're good. Well, no. I meant without hindsight. I'm talking about in the moment.
Okay.
And be like, there's something off about Kayano. Those are the kinds of things where you would have to put them all together, like, to be able to, notice it, I would say.
Oh, sure, yeah. Rather than seeing one.
Yeah, what was her nickname? I don't remember.
Forever Flat.
Oh, it was Forever Flat. That's right. Yeah.
And okay, like, but still, the fact that even though this
reveal
is not something that I would have expected, and some of the things that they gave as explanations felt more retroactive than that's what it actually was all along. I still
we're
all
not
for
supposed
it.
to have known before.
Yep, exactly. Right. It's an extreme situation that's going on here, and it's a fantastic way to bring Korosensei's backstory into the forefront.
Right, but have it through the lens of a character in the class thus
Exactly,
far.
because otherwise there's the question of why hasn't it been done already? Because anyone could have just asked him, Korosensei, do you really plan on destroying the Earth? You know?
Yeah, and he would just say, I'm not going to answer those questions, or
Right,
we have something that forces his hand here, which this is one that should.
Yep.
This is a very, very dramatic way to do it, so it will probably work to have him giving a little bit of info here. But let's recap. Kayano is not Kayano. Her name is Ikari. She is connected to the old homeroom teacher as her younger sister.
Right.
The old homeroom teacher
was there for 2 weeks.
But she was killed through an incident.
Right.
That Korosensei was there for. And when this incident happened, he knelt over her dying body and heard her last words. That's the flashback that we got in the first episode.
Right.
But we saw some stuff surrounding the incident there. One of them was that she had a very high-tech computer that had a lot of data surrounding the human tentacles project thing.
Right.
And a lot of canisters of the tentacle DNA or cells. Which means that Korosensei might have taken a bunch of that stuff, not just necessarily beforehand, but may have even taken some of that stuff then.
Potentially.
We'll see.
But
he was already very tentacled up before she died.
Right.
So,
but that's something where we get to see that there is a direct connection between the school and Korosensei's existence as a tentacle being. That's important. Now, granted, she just started working at the school she only worked at the school for 2 weeks. So it is very possible that it happened after the experiment. Like there was she previously did work and turned Korosensei into a tentacle person that he is now.
Yeah.
And then later she left, started working as a homeroom teacher, and then 2 weeks later, Korosensei comes along and she ends up dying, whether from Korosensei or from something else.
Yep.
That could totally be what happened. But there is a connection, which is important to keep in mind. But then also, one of the things that I thought was kind of interesting is that she had a picture of herself in between two other people that looked like they were guys. One was taller, one was shorter. Now, I'm just saying,
episode prior to this,
episode prior, she was in the middle height-wise of those three. So, just saying.
To be fair, they mentioned all about her black hair that she had then, and I just propped up the episode here.
Yeah, that's true.
And her look that she has in this is very much one of a brownish red hair.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Purple, brown.
That's a good point. So unless there's some kind of change of hair color, which we did see her sister did, but it's okay. That's a good point. It doesn't have to be her.
It doesn't have to be her, but that does fall in line a bit with my theory from before.
All three of them. What happened to them? One killed himself. One, died and was the person that talked to Korosensei. Go back and teach that class.
Right.
And then you have Korosensei.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but okay. So here we are. We've got a new tentacle enemy that is.
Hold on. What was her name in episode 13? The girl.
I'm not sure.
That's something that I'll look at while you
continue
the discussion here.
But I love the way that it showed that she was like captive to her own feelings, right? Because if you think about it, vengeance, right? It's a two-edged sword, right? It's you don't just hurt the other person, right? You're digging your own grave as well.
Right.
The fact that she has waited this long to actually try and kill Korosensei, I would posit it showcases that she doesn't actually want to, right? Yeah. Maybe she was saved a long time ago as well, right? That she ended up realizing, hold on, I must not quite have everything right. Because she had plenty of opportunities, right? When Itana was attacking Korosensei or something like that, if they had coordinated, Korosensei would have been finished, right? But she didn't. Now she is, and we know that her mind is being influenced at least to some degree. So that's a direct mechanical way to solve the extreme situation, because if we're doing this kind of reveal where you have someone that you think you know, and then all of a sudden we didn't actually know them at all, it would be very difficult to explain how Korosensei would be able to then teach them in a way that felt satisfying when they're here in the immediate to, I'm going to kill you to avenge my sister, right? Now, he could definitely say, like, hey, I didn't actually kill her. It was actually something else that happened. I just happened to be there.
Yes.
That's a possibility. That is a way that...
But that probably won't stop her bloodlust here because she's being influenced by the tentacles.
Right. She is not thinking with a clear head here. And so, yeah, how they're going to fix that, I don't know.
Yeah, so we need a mechanical thing that can basically beat her so that we can actually then teach her through the relationships and friendships and the connections with Korosensei in Class 3E.
Right.
They do have access to anti-teacher, which is more just like anti-tentacle weaponry and stuff. So they might be able to assist Korosensei. However, I do think it feels rather apropos that Korosensei handle this himself because he might still be responsible for her older sister's death. So it is his responsibility then to be the best teacher here.
Right.
And, you know, basically offer himself up here in this regard.
This
fits very well with the idea of what Asano's dad was doing previously with that whole test.
Right. This feels like another situation to me where someone is going after Korosensei to kill him, and the class is sitting around, and they can tell that, oh, we don't want Korosensei to die here.
Yeah.
Right? Even though the person is one, going after the same objective they are, but two, they have a very good motivation on their own of, apparently he killed their sister, right? So, of course you'd want to kill him, right? But hold on now. We know that Korosensei would never actually do something like that. We'll ask for an explanation and we'll tell him that we'll trust anything you say, even though, again, you're the person who apparently is going to destroy the world.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then in this little flashback bit here, we get a letter that was left on the ground.
What was the details of that?
I'll get the details of that here. So, the letter says, "To whom it may concern, I shall withdraw for now, but I am willing to take over as homeroom teacher of Kunu Gigaoka Junior High Class 3. I will visit at a later date to negotiate. Signed, a super destructive being."
Gotcha. Okay, so so after the sister, spoke to him and said, teach those students and everything. These are kind tentacles and everything. He left. He left the note there. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, but it wasn't picked up by anyone that really should have picked it up necessarily. It got picked up by the sister, who then took the letter
and one of the vials
and then took it upon herself to handle the whole thing by herself. So the real like theme that ties into everything here is that she's been suffering alone. She's been going through this whole experience, actually learning and absorbing things from Korosensei, while also having the pain of the past fueling her hatred of Korosensei so that she can, in some ways, never forget it, despite all these wonderful things that she experienced in Class 3E.
Because one of the things that I want to point out here, because I feel like a lot of the times, actors in general throughout history have gotten a bad rep a lot of the time, as just being like, oh, you can't trust them or whatever because
you're a sociopath or something.
Right, exactly. But I love that she mentioned that, no, it wasn't cold acting, right? When like all the things happened over the course of the series, I was right there with you. I was wanting to help. I was wanting to make sure that everything turned out okay, But because I'm a professional, and because my motivation is strong, I stuck with it. I didn't lash out. I didn't use the tentacles, all of that, right? But that's basically saying that the things that happened here did have an effect on me. I have been learning. I'm not the same person I was when I first showed up.
Right.
Even though right now I'm taking on that role.
Yes.
One might almost say that she's acting. Now, her sister died. That's a thing that happened. Her blood was on Korosensei's tentacles. That has to get resolved somehow, but she did spend this time with them.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
God, I love the way that she made Nagisa into the main character so that she could basically hide in the sidelines as a side character.
Yep.
It's so meta, but it's also like she quickly realized, oh, you want to cut your hair shorter, but you're not.
Just put it up like mine.
Just put it up like
and
this.
What's crazy is that...
That's such a small little thing, but it's so
yeah, it's such a tiny thing, and yet, like, from the beginning of the show, I don't think I ever commented on it, but I always sort of, it was a thing that I recognized of like, oh yeah, their hairstyles are very similar.
Very similar, yeah.
It's like, apparently there's a reason for that.
Yeah, all along. But Itana bringing up the idea of the metabolic issues going on with the tentacles, in which they are absorbing her life force, if you will, but basically
it's a parasitic thing.
Yeah, there's a parasitic aspect of the thing that's going into her going into her skin here, and that's why that part feels cold, basically showing that it's dying around there, and then the rest of her body is fighting this off, or trying to,
basically,
but it's inflamed with it. So it's a cool little thing that I wonder if they're trying to paint a little bit of an image this way, is that when someone has a parasite attached to them, one of the worst parts about a parasite is that they can stick around for a long time and you would never notice that they're there unless they do enough damage to where it really harms you.
And then by then it might be too late. Yeah.
But most of the time, the parasites get basically just a little bit of nutrients absorbed, and you're like, I don't know, I feel fatigued a little bit, but I've been dealing with this for years.
It must be a bug,
Yeah, it's no big deal. But then if it slowly starts to, trend up, it's the whole, the frogs in the boiling water. Oh, where if you slowly turn it up, they'll never notice that
they don't jump out, not that whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. This could be something where she didn't realize what the pain was doing, but because she tolerated it, wasn't vulnerable about it, didn't share it with others, it led to a situation where now here, the reason why she was originally probably planning with Shiro to go at this coordinated with him, but didn't, she acted too soon, was because the tentacles told her, basically, they actually influenced her to take this action now. It's like, no. You've waited so
long enough. Yeah.
Waited long enough, so just go and do it. Because her pitfall thing should have worked. But there are a couple little things that she just didn't really plan for. And Korosensei got away. So this is not a perfect assassination anymore. Telling him, this is where we're going to do it, come here, because you care about me probably as a, as a person, of course, because you're a good teacher. So of course you'll show up to probably try and help me, stop me.
But if the pitfall didn't work, why would...
This is not going to work.
Yeah.
She knows it's not going to work. So that bit at the end where she's like, save me, that's what she wants. Okay.
And I'm very curious how that will be resolved here, because in this situation, there's not really anything that can happen other than that they fight or that they talk, or both, right? Some combination
of probably both.
But there's no extra variables that I could see being able to be brought in here, because...
For her side of things?
Right, they're literally surrounded by a ring of fire. Yes, Korosensei and her could probably both just fly straight up if they wanted to, or go wherever they wanted, right? Sure. Fire isn't actually going to stop them, but they're in a field with nothing other than the students. This is it, right? This is the final showdown. So...
thing, I just loved the whole aesthetic of the reeds and stuff of where they were at. I was like, all right, I see. This is a very Kurosawa samurai film kind of reference bit there. And that's more, fresh in my mind right now because of Ghost of Tsushima. But it's just like this little thing where I was like, all right, I see what you did there. And then they literally had the tentacle through the... I'm like,
there we go.
Very cool, very cool, very cultured. I appreciate that.
But also, apparently, Shiro... has tentacles, it seems, because he said...
he called her...
I'm your big brother.
Yeah, in the same way that he said Korosensei was a brother as well.
To Itana, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so... Yeah. All right, okay. So maybe he's the final boss, maybe, for the show?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
If there was a final boss... that wasn't Korosensei.
Right, yeah, exactly. It wasn't just some conversation with the students where they... talk about everything that's happened. Yeah.
Right, exactly. I very much am excited about the next episode because the twist of this here was so out of the blue that I'm just kind of in shock about it and trying to attach maybe little connective tissue that I can find
tentacles of some kind
to other things that this is inferring. But if the second episode, the episode after this one, then becomes the Korosensei reveals his backstory.
I think that's what it's going to be because he said once everyone's together, I'll tell you what's going on.
I cannot wait for that.
And I'm just saying, if we look at the pattern so far, previous episode we get the principal's backstory that theoretically could have also been Korosensei's.
Could have been.
Then we get this episode. That t-shirt. The fact that it's that's an awful t-shirt. What? No, this is my best t-shirt.
Yeah, why would the show decide to show us that?
Yeah. Just saying. And we get this, and then, so, if you think about it, first episode, focus on one of the boys, right? Second episode focuses on the girl. And the third episode focuses on the other boy. Which very well may be Korosensei. Yeah. Now, again, the hair color is different and all that stuff, so maybe not, but there's a lot of... Oh, yeah, you went to check the names.
The names don't match up.
Okay.
So I actually want to throw out there that Shiro just might be the older brother of the two of them.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good point.
Because then she would be the middle.
Right. And then Korosensei is just someone else.
Korosensei could be just someone else, yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Possible.
Yeah, that could happen. Yeah.
But guys, great episode, great twist, great setup here. We now have a fight where the kids really shouldn't be able to do too much, but I mean, maybe they could think of something. Maybe they could try and talk her out of this
I feel
whole
like
thing.
The fire was actually for the students, if anything, more so than Korosensei. Like stay out of this. This is just me and Korosensei. Yeah.
Yeah. So it might also be a thing of where she wants to be saved by Korosensei.
Yeah, because again, she could have just told the kids and been like, okay, I got my hands on some dope tentacle powers. Like, don't say anything, but Korosensei doesn't know.
Yeah, that doesn't help her assassination at all, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think there's a parallel that you could draw to that. Over the course of the story, every one of the kids in Class 3E has become more attached to each other, and thus the power of Nakama, friendship, and everything has made everyone just better. But that means there's less assassination attempts against Korosensei.
Yep.
Thus, this assassination attempt might be the final attempt of the students in this way, where they do a thing by themselves, lashing out in this way. I'm going to get it all myself. And this is a way that we could maybe even draw some parallels between what is eventually going to be revealed with Korosensei's backstory, because maybe before this class he was really alone.
Yeah.
And now because of the class, they've ended up teaching him so much that he's now...
I am waiting for that. It's going to be so good. It's going to be wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
Yes, we stream every weekday. The info's in the description down below.
Yes, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.